And then if I want to do like an extra subject, it's like triple major.
Mm-hmm. So how long will that be? Because I'm not from America, so I don't know.
Oh, my college says that there's like a special program where instead of taking like 6 years or 8 years, they help you finish it in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I can finish it in 5 years.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
So you never had any plans for art?
No, okay. So for me, whenever I draw art for other people, it doesn't feel like
What up? Hey, bro, you gonna be in the stream? All right. I sent you the link, so whenever, like 10 minutes prior to, like you can just hop on and then we can chop it up before we go. Yeah, we good. I'll hit you up later, man. Or just hit the stream. All right, then. Hey, yo, man. Let me see. Do you want to join the stream? I'm trying to see how I can send it to you. Hold on, let me type. Yeah, I'm alive. You want to join the stream? Just hit me up with like your email or something, and I'll send you the link so you can join in. On Google Hangouts, it says that I'm offline, but then I came on here, then now I'm online, and it just doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to start at 1 o'clock. I was trying to set things up, but it's not working. Yeah, you want to join? But the stream is really gonna start in about 30 minutes. I was just setting things up. People might trickle in. Uh, we're not really gonna. They're gonna trickle in before 1, but we're not really gonna start discussing anything One Piece until 1. So if you want to leave and come back, then you can. But as of right now, I'm just gonna be setting things up and things like that. Hey, Zach, hold on.
That was frustrating as hell. That was frustrating as hell.
Yeah, apparently everybody is having problems getting on.
Google Hangouts just suck.
Yeah, I'm trying to see a better.
That was frustrating as hell.
Yeah, apparently everybody is having problems. Hold on, that's my fault.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, but can you hear yourself? Like, cause I'm getting back. I guess coming back from your mic, I can hear me.
Yeah, that was me. I had the video open, so it was going back. But yeah, man.
Figure out how to add you as like a contact or something to make this shit way easier next time.
True.
It legitimately doesn't make anything easy, does it?
What? Adding as a contact?
Yeah.
I mean, makes it easier to know who's sending you stuff.
No, I mean like to even add somebody, like it won't even like when I type in your name, it's supposed to find you, right? It doesn't
Right.
Like it won't look up anybody.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's a terrible fucking system. Horribly broken.
Call it Kaido.
Do what?
I said call it Kaido. Man, we had freaking 3 viewers earlier, man. I started this because I was trying to set everything up, make sure everything was working fine, and then it started the stream. But it still says I'm offline. It still says we're offline, even though like it's on YouTube, huh?
It says off air right now.
Yeah, it says off air, but we're on air. So if anybody comes in, they'll hear exactly what we're saying. Which I don't understand, but hey. Hopefully people come back. Hopefully they come back. I told them to come back at 1 o'clock because that's when the streams really start. But you know how people are; their attention span is going to be gone by the time they even come back. Let me check my Discord. I'm trying to see if anybody else is having problems because every single person I send a thing to, they're having problems. Nope, none yet. As of right now, man, nobody. Hopefully, it's gonna be about 6 people.
Oh, okay. That's a decent amount.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, one person might be late. I know it's gonna be at least 3 people for sure. And then I have 2 other people that are usually flaky, so I don't want to count on them. So that's like half of the people who come in might or might not come. And then there's Adonis who is busy, so he might come through. But you never know.
Oh. So what subjects did you want to talk about as far as?
All right, so we're talking about Wano, how Wano so far, I know it's like, what, 6 chapters in or so? But we're just going to talk about how we feel about it, the setup, the world building, if it's fast, slow, if it's too much action, not enough action, all that stuff. And then next we're going to talk about Haki. We're going to talk about like the I guess, extremes of hockey, like Fujitora being able to pull down meteors. Like, is he actually going into, like, sensing into outer space and pulling down a meteor? Because if that's the case, then he can sense, like, such a vast range of an area, unless it's like, it just depends about Fujitora. And then we're going to talk about, if anyone wants to talk about this, I don't think anybody really does, the toxicity of the anime community, because a lot of people are comparing entire chapters or shows, like they're comparing concurrent chapters of series, like this one's better than this one this week, or this one's been better for the past couple of months, but it's a running story. So comparing chapters when stories are in two different phases of the story makes no sense to me. So I just want to see everyone else's take on this. And then anything else that comes up, because usually we
rate as like the arc as a whole,
right?
Or try to. I mean, if nothing happens in 5 or 10 episodes out of an arc, then yeah, that's yeah. Nobody really wants that.
Exactly.
But chapter by chapter seems kind of ridiculous because it's like such a short amount of time. Like it's only what 17 pages.
Yeah. And the chapter is like generally 1/2 or 1/3 of an episode. So I mean, like you can literally have to wait like 5 chapters before something happens, and that's like what, one setup episode, and then the next episode is the exposition into the climax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, going by chapters.
Pacing on their episodes is horrendous.
I mean, generally, not including ones.
So bad.
Yeah, it's very bad.
I think it's gotten a little. Has it gotten a little bit better? Because I haven't watched the actual anime in a little bit. But
yeah, it's much better. Like
it was like until the 12-minute mark, it was all just recap.
Yeah, it's way better.
Then 8 minutes of actual show, and then it was it.
Yeah, I think that they should like just shrink the show. Like just say, hey, One Piece is not going to be 15 minutes long or 20 minutes long, including the beginning and end.
8 minutes is shorter than Aqua Teen, so they need to do something.
Like, yeah, and then like I think they can keep going at what they're doing, which is Oda is drawing the general picture, and then they fill in the between the lines with Oda's guidance.
I wouldn't mind if they switched the One Piece episodes to like fix the issue of like always being too caught to the manga. If they did like every other week instead of every week.
Yeah, I think that would be better also. What's up, Nico?
Nico, bro, Nico. So like Nico.
My fault, man.
People always do. They be like Nico. It's like, no, it's just Nico. Same way you would see someone with cat. Even if it's spelled with a K, it's still cat. It's the same concept. But it's all good though. So what y'all talking about?
We're talking about the pacing of One Piece anime episodes right now.
That's always a funny one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about maybe instead of having it like as soon as the chapter comes out, going it every other week.
Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I thought about it too, and after seeing a lot of videos on it, it's the kind of situation because of its popularity, they kind of have to go at this pace. They can't just like back out now. You know?
What do you think about shortening the show, like making it 66% of the time of what it currently is right now?
Making what 66% of the time? The anime?
Yeah, the anime, like making it 15, 18 minutes instead of 20, 23 minutes.
I don't think that'd be a good idea for some reason. This might say it. I mean, it'd be like them like some of the Chinese shows I watch where it's like as soon as it hits the 16-minute mark, it's basically over. And you just see like the cast themselves talk about situations where they're trying to be like themselves, but also be like their characters. And I think that's a good fit for One Piece if that's what they want to do.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah.
Because Crunchyroll's got a new show. It came out last season, but they just added to Crunchyroll, and it's called Frankenstein Family, and it's like technically it's like a Chinese show, but they translate to Japanese, and it's like half the time it's just like the cast talking about what they would want and stuff. Like, as soon as they hit the 16-minute mark, it ends, and it's like, oh, like they're just talking about stuff they think is funny or what they would want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was telling Zach, or Master Shake, whatever he wants to be called. I was telling him that we're gonna talk about Wano first. First impressions of Wano. I know it's a few chapters in, but just if you like where it is now, and do you like where it's going, and where do you think it's going?
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna talk about Haki, the upper limits of Haki, like for example, Fujitora being able to pull down meteors from outer space, or maybe just the stratosphere, maybe. So we were going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about the state of the anime community right now, like people comparing different shows, like different chapters of shows, like chapters are running concurrently, which two different shows can mean two different parts of the story.
Yes.
And I don't think that makes sense to compare it concurrently just because they came out the same week. You can't say, oh, this was better than this one these past 3 weeks. Like, it makes no sense to judge it solely based on the chapter. But we can talk about that. And then anything else, we can just go from there. I just want to leave room for tangents so we can talk about like other things. Sometimes good discussions branch off of what just a single word somebody says, it just go so much further. So I wanted to just expand upon that.
Entirely. Like the Justin thing he did with My Hero versus One Piece.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing about that whole situation, I understand why he did it, but only had one problem with it. A lot of times people, when they say trash, they just mean it's not what they wanted.
Exactly.
That's why I always feel like my problem with the anime community, or maybe just in general. People could just change. They can use any word they want just to substitute for something else. So, for example, they could just hate like pirates, and they say they hate One Piece. But all they gotta say, I just don't care for pirates. That's literally all they have to say. It'd be the same energy. It'd have been the same vibe, but they don't want to do it. They just rather say, "Oh, trash, bro. I don't like this, bro." And you'd be like, "All right, why don't you like it?" Nah, bro. I don't like pirates. Oh, okay. There you go. You don't like pirates.
It honestly doesn't make any sense that they're pirates. Like, when was the last time they actually stole something?
No, but I'm saying, like, I have friends, like, the reason why they don't want to get into One Piece, they said it themselves. The one thing they don't care about is a long old adventure. They just want stuff to happen. That's what I can enjoy in My Hero easily, because stuff just happens in My Hero all the time. Which that's a fair argument, but it's like, what? Sometimes it's like, what? Because One Piece always been what it is. My Hero is made to be like fast. Stuff just happens. It's superheroes. Come on now.
It's kind of weird how like Midoriya, like literally every episode is doing something that puts him at top of the class, and it doesn't really feel like that rags to riches story. It just feels like, oh, okay, this plot device is happening like all the time, just plot armor, constant.
Yeah, it's hard for me to disagree with that because he went like he did go from rags to riches, but it was like one episode was rags to riches, and then maybe rags to middle class, and then he learned how to use his quirk, and then he became rich, and then it's just ever since then it's just he's growing at an exponential rate. Like it's just like I see what you're saying with that.
But it's his mentality. All right, like if you were to start out not having a quirk and only like being into books and stuff, I'm sorry, you're not going to fight like that. You're not going to have that kind of drive to push through pain. You don't have the experience. You're just going to fucking panic.
I mean, but if you don't have a quirk, then you know that like you'll do anything, and you have the
you're more desperate than anybody else, kind of.
Huh?
You're more desperate to try harder than anyone else.
Exactly.
Good. Well, I like My Hero, but like I said, the only problem I have with it is it seems like it's like the messiah of like anime when it's like, bro, it's superheroes. Like, how can you mess up superheroes?
Yeah.
It's mostly American superheroes. It's like bonus points right there. I'm saying My Hero's not good. I'm just saying I don't get if you seem like, yo, My Hero better than One Piece. But fam, if it was like you're comparing like My Hero to like One Punch Man, it would make more sense because they're both about superheroes, both about how the government tries to control these heroes. That would make more sense. But that's what we're getting. We're getting like people out here saying, but they're both shown it. Yes, but they're doing different things.
Detective Conan is also a shonen, but you can't really compare it to any other shonen.
Yeah, it's the same thing with One Piece. Like you can compare One Piece, but maybe to Hunter x Hunter because they're both about a long old adventure to, you know.
Man, Hunter x Hunter has been so disappointing.
See, I want to catch up to the manga, but I'm kind of scared at the same time.
Yeah, don't. Just don't.
I
face the anime call today because this is my problem. Like, I understand hiatuses are going to happen. You can't really avoid that. But my issue is, right, if you have a series and people call it GOAT status, it's the GOAT, right? But it's almost always on break. How do you get new people into it? They could be like, yo, it's amazing. You want to watch? You want to read Hunter x Hunter? Yeah. Quick question, though. Like, how often do you get a chapter? I mean, it's on hiatus like every other week. What did you say? I didn't say anything.
That's exactly how it is. And people act like GOAT status does not include longevity, which I think it should. And Oda has been putting in the work.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm fine with them saying that they like Hunter x Hunter, but it's just I hate how, if let's say someone mentions Hunter x Hunter, right? But I'm like, isn't that the series that's almost always on break? Hey, bro, it's still the GOAT, though. Respect it. I'm like, I'm not saying it's trash. I'm just saying how I like this series when you never know when it's going to stay. Because that's my biggest favorite of the series. Imagine you like a series, right? And then every other day you're sitting here like, are we gonna get another chapter? Is it on break still? Is it hiatus coming up? That makes me nervous.
Yeah, that's very true. And it just got off of hiatus and everyone's hyped for it. And I'm
kind of weird his timing because Dragon Quest just came out and I thought that man loved that type of game. So I'm like, is this like a plot? Did he like make his 10 chapters so he could basically play Dragon Quest and then come back at a later date? Or what's good with him? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But once again, I can't hate Hunter x Hunter. I ain't gonna lie, that's some fire stuff right there. I just think y'all be really hyping it up like it's the Messiah. Because one, I know it has a good power system. I'm not gonna deny that. It's just how am I supposed to enjoy something where it's like literally when people are memeing it being on hiatus, and if you say Hunter x Hunter, the show's always on hiatus. Hey, bro, listen, bro, it's still fire. Togashi can do whatever you want. He'll make fire every time he come back. Y'all need to stop hating, bro. Y'all just hate because y'all don't got a fire series like Hunter x Hunter in your life. That's not what I'm trying to say. I don't care if it's fire or not. I'm just saying how you get invested in something where it's like it can go away at any moment. It'd be like having a relationship, and then every time you're with a girl, right? A month later, she's leaving you. You don't know where she goes. She's just gone. And if you ask her, she's just like, oh, it's left. I'm back though.
That's very true. It's hard to disagree with that. But I don't know, man. Like I love Hunter x Hunter too, but it's just it gets to a point to where are you going to sacrifice that feeling of constant enjoyment that you usually get with series just to read it? It's any chance you get. Like I think some people just sacrifice that. They say, "Oh, well, at least I can continue to read it, and it's not over."
I mean, like I said, I can see why y'all be calling it GOAT. I'm not gonna act like I don't get it. I'm just saying, how we call this the GOAT when y'all be sitting here, bro, it's lit, and I'm like, all right, what chapter y'all on? We still on 390. Boy, Hunter x Hunter is literally as old as me. It came out, I think, 1998. So it's like I think 1 year younger than me, but still, that's a long old time, bro.
Yeah. So what do your GOAT shown in that?
My GOAT is World Trigger, One Piece to a degree, and Kimetsu no Yaiba definitely GOAT status right there. Because Kimetsu no Yaiba, it's like the best shonen I've ever seen in my life. The whole point of it is a boy, sister, she became a demon, ate his whole family, but instead of killing him as well, he got saved by some random guy he didn't know. And the random guy's like, let me kill your sister. He said, no, I can find a way to save her. He found a way to save her, but to do it, he has to kill the strongest demon ever and his underlings. But even though he heard that, he didn't back up. He didn't get scared. He said, all right, I'll find a way. I'll beat him. So he trained. And even though he was like a regular kid, he trained to get better, master sword techniques. And every time he hits an obstacle, he thinks his way through it and then finds the best way to get wherever he's done. That's why I say it's GOAT status. A lot of series, I think, can do the same thing.
Yeah. As you said, what's the name of it again?
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Okay.
It's in Viz now, so it's fire.
Okay.
That's why I like a main character. It's like he's aware of the situation, but he's still trying to finesse it. That's my favorite type of thing. Because if I was him, I would have been like, okay, my sister just killed my whole family. She almost killed me. Well, it's still my sister, so should I kill her? Should I not kill her? Is there a way to save her? And he literally thought about what he could really do. And no matter how many times he hit a wall, he always tried to find a way around that wall he just hit. That's why I say it's like a really good series. I'm happy Viz picked it up, and I want it to last a long period of time. And it's going to animate, I think, next year. So, lit.
It's about to be lit, man. Donis, Clinton, what's up?
What's going on? How you doing, fam?
What's good, bro?
Good. Here.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the actual discussion. We can drill in on this the last topic, but that's cool. All right, we're gonna start with.
Wait, quick question. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
No, we can't see you. Your screen is off.
Oh, all right.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna talk about Wano. First impressions of Wano. What you think about it? Where you think it's going? If you like it or whatever. If it's trash, good, or anything like that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. Or first we can just do introductions. I'm gonna just go ahead and then Zach, Nico, Adonis, and Clint, y'all can go in that order. All right, your boy, Kentama Sensei, host of the stream, and I'm just gonna keep it short and simple as that. Or Nico, go ahead.
There's Straw Hat Nico back in the mic doing my thing.
What's happening? Ildonis. Just a guest occasionally, Came to hang out. Spend some days with you guys.
It's your boy C1, the best YouTube anime analyzer out.
All right. So we're going to start off. So, as of right now for Wano, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking the old school feel of it just being an adventure. Luffy reuniting with Zoro. They starting off the new characters, Okiku, Hold'em, everything. I'm just enjoying everything. I'm just along for the ride as of right now. I can see it swelling up into what will become the exposition to the climax. But as of right now, I'm enjoying it. Has a few clashes here and there, a few high moments. So I'm just loving it right now.
Honestly, I'm happy we're in Wano. We waited years for this, bro. And I gotta say, I'm feeling the hype. But I understand some people saying, bro, I ain't really feeling Wano, bro. It's not the GOAT status. But it just started, so I don't know what y'all wanted to see so far. I really wanted to see Zoro putting in work. Hopefully, Robin gonna put in work. Frankie gonna put in work, but we gonna see.
True. I'm enjoying the pace right now. I'm liking this a little bit. I want to say slower pace. It doesn't feel as fast paced, I guess, as like Dressrosa was kind of fast paced. Wano don't feel as fast paced. I like it. It's pretty. It's cool. It's funny. It's making me laugh. There's like Hold'em got me. That one that was a trip. So I'm looking forward to a little more of that comedy and to see how Luffy progresses, because he's seeming pretty mature to me right now.
That was on me.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, no. I'm liking Wano. Like everybody said, we've been building up the anticipation for this. Do I like Wano right now? Yeah. Do I feel like it's kind of moving a little slow, or is it meeting my expectations of what I've been waiting for years? So far, sort of, kind of.
So what more do you want from Wano? at this point in the beginning of it. What more do you?
Man, I was expecting to come into Wano, everybody using Conqueror's Haki, knocking everybody out.
That doesn't sound One Piece like though. You don't start popping off in One Piece. Like that's never been the case.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just me and me being selfish and just wanting, stuff to go off like that right now. But yeah.
I feel like people want Wano to be like end of series type hype. Like that's the type of feats and achievements they want to see everybody having. They want Sanji to be at the highest level of observation, Haki Zoro to be the highest level of whatever he's doing, and they just want everybody to just like have these cool fights and have these cool things. But that's not what One Piece ever is, and probably never will be if Oda continues to be Oda. So. I think that people just forget where it came from because they see the hype moments of Marineford and things like that. So I think it just clouds people's minds because it's not your typical shonen. It is a shonen, but it's not your typical shonen. It's a little bit different because they don't go solely based on the main characters. They go based off of the entire world, which is what I love about One Piece is you can have so many characters you like and love, so many places you like and love, but you don't necessarily have to focus on the main characters.
True. I think I'm expecting out of Wano. I want a perilous situation. I want the Straw Hats to get into something deep, and I want to see another good stage of development. I don't think that Whole Cake was as perilous as it seemed to be. They seem to still have a good bit of fun, even though it was hot. But I want him to get into something hot and heavy here in Wano, and see.
I just don't want them to get as quote unquote lucky as they did in Whole Cake Island. Right. A lot of things just fell the right way for them. Yeah. And it made it seem so much easier than it actually was. Because if you look back at it, so many times that they lost. Like they took an L at the tea party. But they got lucky because of I can't remember dude's name. But Pedro. Dude was Stissy. No, dude was Stissy when he the Tomate Baco because they were all captured. Like it was over until it exploded, and then that shook everything up, and that's really what ultimately gave Straw Hats the W.
I mean, the thing is, though, even if you say they got away kind of free, they always had plot armor. If you look at One Piece, it's like every time they get really bodied, some magical event happens that creates the open need to get away, or like even finesse the way out of situation. Did you forget how in let me remember? Just Rosa, they need to get away. Townspeople help them out. Yeah. Look at any other arc, it's like, oh, somebody get bodied. It's like, hey, good guys, distraction, run. They always had run away when things got too spicy, but it's not new. Like I feel like some people complaining about Wano or any One Piece arc, they don't know what One Piece is, and they're gonna act that way. It's always been about finessing and plot armor. That's nothing new, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that, but the thing that I'm talking about is like when like Oda set up the Tomate Baco like all the way in Fishman Island, the first arc of the post time skip. Yeah. So like I'm not complaining about plot armor, but I'm just saying like it's like I want to see them win everything with their own merits, not based off.
I feel what you're saying. You wish it was more like instead of them just like winning because of convenience, it's more like because they actually earned AWs. Not just like it was handed to them.
Exactly. Like so far in the show, Luffy has been the underdog and people treated him as the underdog until this point right here, where Katakuri is the turning point, in my opinion, on the look of Luffy because he said, okay, I'm going to go hard at you the entire time. And we're going to go in, we both going to go mano a mano, and we're going to see who wins. And now that Luffy has reached Yonko's status, everyone is going to be gunning for him now. It's not going to be like, oh, look.
Underestimate this little boy.
Huh?
It's not gonna be like how it used to be like, oh, he's just a little kid, like he ain't doing
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
El Flamingo.
They got to put some respect on his name.
Right.
Kind of feel like people were no longer underestimating him once he had a bounty of,
No, I think Doflamingo was like the one that really started off like take him seriously, bro. You can't like just think you're gonna be able to one shot him.
Yeah, it is true.
I mean, he took him seriously like after a long time though.
No,
Like,
at
yeah,
first, no, he knew he was strong, but he didn't think he was like
yeah, yeah, but he didn't know
him.
he was to that level of strength that to rival his own strength, right? But he didn't like he wasn't respecting Luffy like how he respected, let's say,
He
Crocodile.
basically, I think the best way to describe it, it's like he knew Luffy had the sauce, but he didn't like want to say it. Like he instinctively knew though.
Yeah, like you look at it now. You look at what Basil said. He's on his way there to the main gate, and he's telling him he's gonna be wearing a straw hat around his neck. You know, don't mess with him. You don't stand a chance. Like it's plain pat now that Luffy ain't no joke, and even amongst the headliners, you know, and I don't know, maybe the Calamities too. He's up in them ranks, and now it's recognized. So it's a different level. There's no more like, all right, maybe
He's something light. It's no more of that. It's really not.
Oh man, listen, bro. After he beat Katakuri, that signified to me that yeah, Luffy is definitely on like
Dripping in
these,
sauce, bro.
like on Jack's level and stuff like that. He's
I just
definitely.
feel like the process in One Piece. It's always a weird thing because it felt like it's rock paper scissors at the end of the day. Like
Yeah.
Katakuri was the perfect matchup to beat Luffy, but
Exactly.
he literally handed him the W, and I was like, wait, why'd you do that, bro? Like you actually had a man struggling.
Exactly. I totally agree. Like it's about matchups more than strength. Like if you are a good matchup for somebody else, then you're going to defeat them even if they are stronger than you. It's more
Like
about
Dolphy
power.
versus Luffy was a good example. Like Dolphy technically was supposed to body, but he got a little too cocky, bro.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
he didn't laugh at Gear Force, he probably would have won that fight. Like,
Oh
yeah,
wait. You think? Wait, let me ask. So you think that Doffy still could have beat Luffy when he was in Gear 4, but he was just playing around with him too much?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
joking with
what
him.
happened.
oh
Yeah.
hell no,
Bro,
hell
you
no.
might say it's actual proof. Most people that fight Luffy, remember, he's the first one to see Gear Force. He's like, what is this, bro? He's like a balloon. He's like, oof.
Exactly.
He watched the Kong gun hit him. Remember,
Right.
here's why he did it, because he didn't think it was going to be that effective.
No, that is true. Like I would like when Doffy saw the form of Gear 4, he took it as a joke. But even though Doffy took it as a joke, it was like Luffy was outclassing him in every way, shape, and form. Like he was way faster than Doffy. He was
That's
way
after though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like I'm saying that when Luffy went to Gear 4, he was at that point he was stronger than Doffy. Like it didn't matter what Doffy did. Like Luffy was still stronger than him because of that form. But even though Doffy still like kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
He kind of played
kinda-
around, but not really, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but it's
All right.
like
So with that thinking, then Luffy should have lost every pre-time skip battle because everybody outclassed him in strength and not necessarily speed, but everybody outclassed him in one way, shape, or form. But he still won because he had the will to win. He still had that determination, which is what Doflamingo was lacking, in my opinion, throughout the fight until towards the end of the fight. He was like, "Oh shoot, I might actually lose this fight." Because if you look at it, like he's taken the most blows from a Gear 4 form of Luffy and gotten back up so many times.
man,
Haki was a man, though. I don't care what anybody says. Old boy had the sauce, and he was dripping in it. Like I said, the thing is, I think he lost. It was just because, like, remember the way Dolphy was raised? He basically always was raised. He basically was like always thinking, "Yo, I have no real competition. Even if I have a real competitor, I could still beat them." Then he was like, "Oh snap! I actually getting bodied out here. This ain't can't be real." Remember, when he got like the Leo Bazooka happened. He stood in that mountain for a good minute plotting. All right, yo, I'm gonna come back from this. And then he came back. He was like, "All right, I'm not playing with you anymore. I'm actually gonna kill you, bro. It's no more game. It's not a game anymore. I'm serious."
That's very true. But have y'all thought about how Luffy is pre-time skip? Like we know that he had the rubber fruit, and so the only way you can hurt Luffy is if you hit him really, really hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like most people didn't use Haki, so they hit him really hard. But post-time skip, people have Haki, and they're still and he's still getting back up from stronger attacks with Haki that are hurting him much more than and I would say that the same level attack, like minus the Haki, would be stronger post time skip, right? Would y'all agree or disagree?
Yeah.
I think it's just his tenacity and his desire to win. That's what's really boosting old boy up.
With durability, I think he's got a real high durability that we haven't we don't know what kind of like display it's been on, just because we're so used to seeing Luffy go all out that we don't really take into account how high his durability is. I think he's got Doflamingo level durability, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Like for example, I went back, the anime right now. If you're watching the anime, everybody knows that Luffy and Katakuri just started their fight, and I didn't really realize, how much of a power difference and like the attacks that Luffy was actually taking, and he was getting right back up, like I don't want to say like nothing happened, but it was crazy. Like
He was covering fast from hits. He'd be like that. If you describe it, Luffy's the kind of guy you basically not to win at him. He just get right back away. All right, round two, bro. Round two. I think he's in that way actually.
Like when I'm sitting now and thinking about it, like how did Luffy get up from Katakuri's Gatling, Gomu Gomu no Gatling guns? Like I don't understand how.
How
He told him to stop.
Like it was at least 3 times bigger, more hands, and he still got back up after he saw the fact that the crew was in danger and everything like that. That's why, man.
It was kind of weird for me because I think Dritz said this. It's like Luffy, the way he fights, it doesn't really add up to how you think he should fight. Because like with someone bigger, like with Katakuri, he could use more strategy, but it was not strategy that got that man winning. It was more like actual finesse.
Yeah,
literally.
yeah. Like he's learning to fight his opponent as he's fighting him. Like, man, come on now. It's ridiculous.
Which is what Oda telegraphed, or he said in that one flashback with Rayleigh, and he was like, "Oh, how are you gonna fight someone strong? It depends on his personality." So,
bro, that flashback was actually the weirdest thing. That was like the weirdest time thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, "Yo, a Rayleigh flashback. Oh, shucks, it's lit." And I was like, but thinking, wait, why now? Why now? Like out of all times to be one.
But the crazy thing about it is I'm not really even mad. I'm not even too mad about like how, because I know a lot of people, they were talking about like, oh man, Luffy just pulled this one out his butt. Like how the hell did he get gear 5 all of a sudden? But I mean, if you really watch One Piece and you really analyze it, like Luffy has always adapted.
Finesse God, like that's just his thing.
Yeah, like think about when he fought the CP9. Like he literally just learned Gear 2 from watching them use Shave. So so it's like I don't understand how people don't see how Luffy is able to adapt.
Not that they see it, but it's just once again, it's like one of those things. Like One Piece, a lot of stuff happened. Just like why did it happen that way? That's how they feel towards it, which I don't blame them for feeling that way.
I feel like One Piece is the one anime or manga that when something happens, you have to think why. You don't think just, wow, oh my gosh, this is happening, but you have to think why now. Just like Nico said with the flashback, it was like, oh man, it's weird that we have a flashback now. But I think that the flashback happened because Oda didn't want it to seem like, oh, Luffy just all of a sudden growing, just started growing, having the precognition like he does, like Katakuri does. He wanted to show, like, hey, they had this discussion. They talked about what if you bump into somebody stronger than you, and this is why he is growing, because he said literally that he could grow if someone based on his opponent's personality.
Which nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like my problem with One Piece is I love it, but it's just like a lot of times I just wonder, why do you do some of the stuff you do, Oda? Because if you really think about it, a lot of stuff in One Piece, it's like it happened, you just like cool, but when you think about it, it's like, why does that have to happen that way? Like, what the hell is actually going on?
Hey, listen, man, I'll take all that for the emotional factor One Piece gives me, man. Like, I've never seen a bunch of grown men want to cry watching an anime until you watch One Piece, man. Listen, I'll take that. I'll take that any day.
I feel that, bro.
Man,
let me interject real quick. Sorry, I just gotta say this last chapter, right? What Luffy put on display, and he one shot the sumo champion in Wano, okay? And his observation Haki, the way that he was dodging, old boy slaps, and
ridiculous.
How he just drew that back and one shot at him, like on a whole nother level. He came with something that is, I mean, he's stepping up.
Yeah.
We don't really, you don't think about it until well after. I had to reread it. I think I read it like 3 times. I was looking like, man, I don't think he even landed a hit on him. I don't
No,
think he
he
got
did.
touched, bro.
I know.
He fought it though, so y'all need to stop playing, bro. Like, it's what we talking about. Y'all see anything had One Piece? Go. But look, he was actual fodder. He already had sauce, but he wanted more sauce for a girl that he barely knew. And then even when this girl was doing him dirty, he made it seem like, oh, he still want her, but he don't want her, and that's what got me upset.
I know, like one thing, like me and Kentama, we were talking about. I don't know if like anybody else noticed it, but like I said, Kentama, he definitely noticed it. He brought this to my attention. So in the chapter, right? So do you guys realize when Luffy? So when the sumo is throwing his, like, the sumo's hand is pretty big. So Luffy throws his arm back and he just does like a gear 3, like a gear, like his arm automatically goes into gear 3.
Mm-hmm.
So did anybody else notice that Luffy did not blow into his arm?
Yeah.
Well, he's been doing that since the time skip, though. He changed methods in the time skip. It's the same way how when he does gear second now, he's not doing the whole pose he used to do. It's just like that.
But if you look at like even the anime when Luffy did Gear 3 versus Katakuri, when they both like clashed and the Katakuri was way bigger, he blew into his hand before
No, that's the thing that the anime has been doing for a while. The anime always does that.
But
Okay.
I mean, but think about it. Like I feel like Oda is somebody who pays so much attention to detail that like he pays so much attention to detail, so there's no material for somebody to contradict his material. And I feel like from watching that scene, it's showing us that like, okay, Luffy is because like right, like I said in the anime, like Kim just said, in the anime, when you see Luffy and Katakuri fighting, Katakuri is just throwing his arms back, just throwing punches. Luffy's literally blowing into his thumb, like switching the air between different body parts and stuff like that after blowing into a specific body part. But when you see him fight the sumo wrestler, he just throws his arm back, his hand gets big, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. This is just like Katakuri.
Yeah.
Like, like this is getting ridiculous now. Like he doesn't have to blow into his arms anymore now just to make his...
maybe our order just didn't want to draw the panel because we're supposed to already know that. It could be that too.
But I mean,
in the
in
manga too.
chapter 878, when Luffy's fighting Katakuri, page 17, he Oda literally shows the panel of Luffy biting onto his thumb to do Gear 3, and then Katakuri says, "Oh, now you're going with power."
Yeah.
Yep. It's been shown in the manga that he was doing it up until now. I think it was deliberate. Deliberate. I don't think it was kind of just like a, okay, he hasn't been doing it for a little bit. I mean, it's been shown that he's had to blow air up until this point, and now all of a sudden he whips out the giant hand, no problem. So he done adapted already and taken everything from that fight with Katakuri and is moving forward with it.
Which is kind of actually think about it's the same thing he did with Gear Second.
Yeah. I think I know. Like I think the thing is why like some people don't look at like, okay, like for example, I look at Whole Cake Island as a training arc for Luffy.
Which it was.
Like I feel like a lot of people hate Whole Cake because they were expecting for Luffy to come in there and just beat the hell out of Big Mom,
Did think that? That's kind of crazy.
I mean, but think about it. Like, I'm being realistic with myself, and I'm sitting here like, even to this day, I'm trying to figure out how Luffy's going to beat Kaido.
Even Oda was thinking that for a while, but I have a theory of how he could beat it. Like I said, it's going to be basically Law, Luffy, all Supernova versus Kaido. But Luffy's going to get the final blow, so he'll get the most credit. That's how I see it.
Right. But it's like...
You don't see a 1v1 at all with anyone versus Kaido.
I mean,
actually, I don't know.
I mean, well, I can't say I don't because, like, in the last... Well, actually, no. In the One Piece preview... in the One Piece previews right now, like, they show Luffy and Kaido clashing, and it's on, like, a one-on-one type of scale, so I don't know. I feel like it would...
Everyone could just be in the background waiting. Like, Luffy could just be the first one to clash, so you can't really go up previews like that.
I feel like just out of respect to Luffy and Oda trying to show the world that, okay, listen, Luffy's new power is no joke. Like, him beating Kaido is... Like, I feel like Luffy and Big Mom would never actually fight. Let me reiterate that. Luffy and Big Mom...
Yeah, that's honestly.
I feel like Oda is gonna set it up to where Luffy beats Kaido 1-on-1, and that shows us that okay, if Luffy could beat Kaido and Kaido and Big Mom are on the same level, or Big Mom is, if Kaido's even stronger than Big Mom, then okay, by process of elimination, if Luffy could beat Kaido, then he could beat Big Mom.
True, but like Nico said, it's more One Piece is more like paper scissors rock than translative.
Yeah, because like I noticed with One Piece, if you really look at it, Power Stay in One Piece makes literally no sense because it all really comes down to, do you know the person's devil fruit? Do you know what's like their weakness? All this other stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but it's like, think about it, like who the hell has the countermeasure to fight somebody who can take souls, put souls into people's bodies? Like,
well, explain Brook then.
I mean, okay, Brook. Besides Brook.
Anybody like Jinbei stood up to Big Mom, like he
actually no one. Actually, look at Jinbei, another example. Like I said, One Piece just comes down to knowing the power and a way to counter it. Remember the thing about Big Mom: if you don't really fear her, she can't actually really hurt you.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't even think Jinbei knew that though. I
think he knew. He was with her for a long time, so if he didn't know,
that's true. I don't think Jinbei is a calculating person, so he's analyzing everybody's weaknesses, everybody's strengths. So he's seeing like, oh, when people are afraid of Big Mom, like everyone that you see her take their soul away,
they was either running away or they were like hella scared. They were like, please, everybody, like, Big Mom, please, bro, I'm trying to live, bro. Like, relax. That's how it was.
Like you literally cannot have a fear for your life. Like you have to have that.
Like you fear death or fear her. So that's how the power automatically activates. That's why everyone was so surprised when Jinbei was still standing there.
Yeah.
I feel like this arc will be the arc that really does the Straw Hats and Luffy justice. I definitely think Wano is that arc. This is where we're gonna get the showcase of everything. Like, to be honest with you, like, I know a lot of people are more hyping up for the, like, yes, that's the fight I'm really, really anticipating the most. But like, I feel like people are really sleeping on the fight.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
How you know how to fix it?
I feel you, Clayton. I feel you on that one. I'm looking forward to about Yonko War. Honestly, like I'm really thinking that there won't be any 1v1s like that. I'm thinking it's gonna break out. It's gonna be hype, and it's gonna be kind of like every crew for themselves, where it's popping off on all levels.
Yeah,
Blackbeard appearance. Waiting on Shanks to show up. I think it's just gonna be more of a real war instead of like what we would think would be 1v1s or the matchups we want to see. I think it's just going to be a real war, and we won't know who's matching up with who. It's just going to come down to what the crews are doing.
I agree. I think it's going to be an all-out, like every Yonko will be over there in Wano. That's just how I feel. Like, because Oda has been building this up, and Oda usually doesn't build things up. Oda himself, his editors, they've been saying Wano's going to make Marineford look cute. So, like, the only way, in my opinion, one of the ways, in my opinion, for Wano to eclipse Marineford at such a scale is for every Yonko to be there. Because if you think about it, already it's going to be, if you include Luffy, 3 Yonko there. And if you believe in the hype that Blackbeard is going to have a Zoan Devil Fruit, he's going to also get a Zoan Devil Fruit, then who is the strongest Devil Fruit user? It's Kaido.
Exactly.
And who's the person that's always weary of Blackbeard? That's Shanks. And plus, Luffy's going to be there. And Luffy is going to be fighting other Yonkos. So what other way can you acknowledge Luffy being strong other than seeing it with your own eyes, seeing him fight people? And that could be where Shanks dies. Just saying.
Honestly, like, listen. Well, before I go on to my tangent real quick, listen. You guys are hearing this first. Kaido Dragon Devil Fruit 2018.
That's not first, bro. You're like the last person I heard say that.
Chill. Listen, whoever you heard say that, they got it from me. But nah, I definitely agree with that statement though. With Kaido and with Blackbeard, and that's how he's gonna obtain his Zoan Devil Fruit. Like, the third devil fruit that he's missing. Like it only makes it right that he would get the Zoan devil fruit that he's missing from the crew of people who are nothing but the Zoan devil fruits. So that would definitely make sense. But man, listen, this dragon devil fruit is really about to be a problem. This dragon devil.
Think about it. Kaido is almost indestructible from what we've seen and heard. And Blackbeard, his one weakness is that he feels twice the pain when he gets hurt, right?
Yep.
So you combine, like, if Kaido's power, if his invulnerability comes from his devil fruit, and Blackbeard gets it, then he's gonna basically have no negative effects anymore, because it's gonna cancel out that negative pain.
I don't think it's from his devil fruit though, bro.
I
I think it's a government experiment, or maybe it's just like the way Kaido looks. Maybe he was naturally born with this tough body. My theory is basically Kaido's like a Nomu, bro, but times 1,000,000 or 1,000. He's really, really durable. Because remember, he's been captured before by Lil Gum. It's just like every time the blade always breaks. So that's probably like that was like a foreshadowing by older legends. No, you can technically still fight Kaido. It's just if you do it 1-on-1, you don't got enough like power. It's waste time.
But all right, so do you think that Kaido is like? I've heard a theory that Kaido's like Chopper, and he's like a Sea King that ate a demon devil fruit, and that's why he looks human. Because demons in Japanese lore, a lot of them look like humans.
I don't know about all that, dude.
I don't know. I kind of subscribe to that because if you look at even the, I don't remember when, but I think it's in the anime, which some people don't take as canon, but Kaido's feet look kind of like hooves. The way that they are, looks like he has.
He looks like an Oni, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so you think Kaido's a demon?
I wouldn't put it past
an Oni devil fruit or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So like some type of not really a demon in itself, but like some type of demonic.
Yeah. Like how devil fruits have levels. Maybe the human fruit that Chopper has could be like the lower level to the demon fruit that Kaido has. Like how Ace's devil fruit was eclipsed by what's his name? The Admiral, Sakazuki.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I mean, and yeah, if you think about it, that would play a good part into meshing well with the dark fruit that Blackbeard already has.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see that. One.
All right, so let's talk about Haki right now. The first person I want to talk about is Fujitora, because this dude is over here using his observation Haki. First of all, he's blind, yet he sees a vast area, but also he pulls down meteors from either outer space or the stratosphere. So that's such a wide distance. Like that's hella Haki for him to be pulling it down.
Haki game on fleet.
Fujitora is broken.
I think he needed that though, because remember he made himself blind. So I mean, maybe he already knew his Haki was so strong. It wouldn't be like it would make a big difference to him. Remember, he's been gambling, so maybe that was like his whole gamble. He was like, all right, let me see how he was blind. Since I already have good observation Haki, I don't have to worry too much. Maybe that was his whole train of thought going into it all.
Hey, I mean, actually, I thought he gouged his eyes, made himself blind because he was tired of seeing like the injustices of the world. And
I'm saying that could be. I'm saying the reason why he was so eager, he's so willing to do the actual, take his own eyesight away, because he knew his Haki was strong enough that it wouldn't make a big difference to him. Yeah. I'm saying it's like, if let's say for example, you already knew you had good Haki, like God tier Haki, wouldn't taking your eyesight wouldn't make a big difference then.
I mean, no, you definitely have a point. Like, if you definitely have a point because, hey, look at it, bro. Like, people like Luffy who just now starting to master their observation Haki, and he's now at the level where he can see slightly into the future now. Yeah, there's no telling what somebody like with the experience like Fujitora can do with his conqueror's Haki. I mean, with his observation. That's why, I'm really sitting here and I'm thinking about it. It's like had a career observe. What the hell?
Yo, you lagging crazy,
like,
bro.
Yeah, bro. We can barely understand you, Clinton.
This man going. His internet is having a spaz attack right now.
Yeah, bro.
You-
Just give it a second. I'll take it over from here, and then when you get a good service, then you can pop back in. But yeah, I see what you're saying though. But like, my thing is like, I love observation hockey because it's so diverse. Like, you can be like, by an auger and see like miles and miles into the distance, even the curvature of the earth, and shoot and snipe birds down. Or you can be like Hatta Curry, see slightly into the future. You can be like NL and use it to hear things from miles and miles
Oh
away.
my gosh, that is
And
crazy.
even Fujitora could hear from miles and miles away because of his observation hockey.
Hey, listen, we're also playing with God Usopp. We're also playing with his
Well,
his
Usopp actually needed observation hockey. It fit his personality so much, bro.
yeah, no, it
Yeah.
does. It does. It does.
He's got that Van Auger type observation hockey, just on a probably a lower level right now for a sniper. But being able to see through walls and stuff. I mean, it's so expansive
That's
how
what,
it goes, where it goes.
yeah, and think about it. These are people. This is a Usopp who like literally just unlocked. He doesn't even know that he has observation hockey. Like, I honestly don't even think he knows that he has it.
I'm glad he got it though, actually.
Yo,
Now, if we
yeah,
get Robin to
He
get
need
it,
it. He need it.
woo, lit,
He
Yeah,
got
if
lit.
Robin gets armament hockey,
I'd be the happiest boy
yeah.
ever.
Listen, if Robin got ornament hockey, yeah, she's changing the game, bro.
No, I actually think she needs observation hockey fits her kind of more because she's always watching from the distance,
oh,
plotting
that's
things
true.
out. And this is why I say I'm kind of against her having armament. Remember, her therefore all comes down to her actual strength. So if she gets armament hockey, imagine her giant feet plus armament hockey, bro.
Yeah, wait a minute.
She might catch a
What?
whole lot of work.
Clutch
She'd
is
actually be
strong.
more stronger.
Clutch is strong as hell, though. Like, what? Listen, every time she uses clutch, she's killed somebody.
Yeah.
Except
But
for Fandom.
that's what I'm saying. I can't see her with armament hockey. It seems like basically the hockey is kind of like it's not personality based, but personality plays a role in it.
What about my girl Nami though?
Nami doesn't need any hockey but observation.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Observation.
What if she already has observation hockey and that's how she's able to sense the changes in nature?
No, that's knowledge.
Very
That's not
true.
really hockey, I would say.
Very true. It could be though. It could be a different, like a nature version of hockey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Oda could give her.
No,
Any
the reason why
type
I don't
of
want
hockey, because,
Nami
like-
to have any hockey. It's just it would just throw things off her. She already got Zeus. She don't need no extra.
Yeah, I feel you on. I feel like if Nami had observation hockey or any, like, she would be too busted. Like, she would be too broken because like Zeus in himself is broken, and like the fact that like he gets stronger when he eats her thunder clouds. Like, yeah.
You gonna be stacked.
I don't know. We are talking the Pirate King's crew though. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah. That is a very true point.
That is
I'm just
very
saying.
true. That is very true.
That's true, and also y'all keep talking about Zeus, but Zeus is nothing, in my opinion, but a plot point, and that plot point is Big Mom's beacon, because he is a part of her soul. He's gonna lead her straight to them in the worst.
All right, but even if he is right, why don't she go collect? That was her priority. Her thing should have been, she should have been chasing him still, because she should have been like Zeus. She don't care about Zeus, bro. Even Prometheus, because Prometheus, Zeus basically mini hers, right? So if Prometheus like, man, forget Zeus, it's like her also saying, man, forget Zeus. He don't got the smoke, bro. He don't want this work.
I mean, kind of, but it could be her soul at that time that she split her soul. Like, I think Prometheus. I don't know who was first, but
I think Zeus was first just based on his attitude.
All right, let's say
like the child her.
Exactly,
Prometheus like the grown up her a little bit.
Exactly.
Serious.
How you guys doing?
Hey, what's good? What's good? Oh yeah.
Hey, what's good?
Yeah, sorry I'm late, but sorry. What were you guys talking
You gotta
about?
be fast, be late. That's how we do things in the streets, anyway.
Let me go ahead and give you the introduction, bro. It is Dribble Kenshin.
Yeah. How y'all doing today?
Straight. Hey, I hate to miss out on this, y'all, but I got a jet. Thank you guys for having me.
That's all right, man.
You all next time. Be easy and be positive, y'all.
Take it easy.
Oh, appreciate it.
Peace and love.
Yeah. But we were talking about observation hockey, and then the conversation went to Big Mom, and then the Straw Hat crew basically, well, hockey we want them to have and what hockey we don't want them to have. Yeah,
Like
so
I'm a big Robin fan, so I need my girl to put in work, bro. She's so important in Endgame. She needs to be able to handle alone. Because what she said in Zoe made me upset. You know what she said in Zoe, right? I don't have to worry about anything. I got strong friends to protect me. That's basically translation. I'm princess in distress. I don't gotta be strong. I got strong people around me. And I was upset. I was like, why, babe? Why are you doing this? This isn't like you. What happened to you from Alabasta? You different now.
You know,
Yeah.
she was ruthless in Alabasta.
that's
Captain, but now she just like, I don't know, she just different. She all calm and everything, bro. It's weird.
She doesn't even have like her negative connotations to everything. Like, oh, Usopp's missing, and she's like, oh, he might be dead in the ditch.
I mean, she do it, but it's too playful now. Like, it don't feel the same, bro.
Yeah.
Man, she just wants to live.
She's different now. That's all I know.
She just wants to live, man. Y'all just hating.
No, bro.
Robin out here is living her best life.
Frankie used to be a weirdo. Now he's just like a normal person now. Like he's calm now. It's weird. I don't like it really.
I feel you on that. I think like pre-time skip, I think they're a lot more like
they're more interesting. Now they just feel like they friends. They feel like associates, not really friends. Because all this time nobody really talked to each other. No one said, "Hey, Zoro, into your eye." No one said, "Hey, Rob, what did you learn from Dragon?" No one asked any questions.
Yeah,
that is true though. Like, yeah,
listen, questions. He's gonna be sitting there chilling, bro.
Bruh, how the hell are you chilling with the leader of the Revolutionary Army and nobody decides to ask any questions about that? Like, what the hell?
Bro, it's not about that. They supposed to be a squad, bro. If the squad pull up, they go away for a while. You supposed to be like, yo, what y'all see, what you learn? Nobody asked anything. It was just like, hey, you guys are back. You hungry? That's literally what it was. Then they got Sanji. It was like, Sanji, what'd you see? How's your family? Why you don't like him so much? No one asked. They were just like, well, Sanji's back. Let's eat some food. Yeah, party. I'm so tired of him, bro. I'm really Well, I feel like at this point, Luffy gonna save the world by accident. That's how it's really gonna be. Yo, you saved the world. What happened? I just had to be a celestial dragon. I was tired of him, bro. That's all that happens.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe the anime will jump into that a little bit more as they get to that part. Maybe they'll add some different scenes to kind of.
Even in the anime, they feel like more like a family. But honestly, when you read the manga, it's like I'm just like, y'all are supposed to be friends. I don't feel the friendly vibe. I don't feel the connection. I don't feel the spice. I'm just.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like that's one of the things that I think makes One Piece so great. Is like the character interactions, and I felt that kind of moment only once since I started reading the manga, and I started reading the manga pretty much during Whole Cake. And the only time I really felt that crew like camaraderie kind of friendship vibe is when after they were done with Totland, they got into sea and everything, and Luffy got his new bounty. That chapter when they were like
that was the best interaction we had character wise. That is hella sad though if you really think about it.
That's the thing though. That's the part of One Piece that has been missing, but it's in my opinion it had to be missing because this is the new world. Like the new world has been built up to be like the toughest sea. Like it's not as much time for lackadaisical things like pre-time skip when they'll just be chilling. Usopp fixing the going merry, just hitting the boards on there because the hull is broken and everything. But like that's what I like about Wano, because Wano's bringing that back a little bit. Also with the when Zoro and Luffy reunited, like it honestly felt really good seeing them. But like, oh Luffy, oh Zoro, Zoro, or whatever. However they talk like samurai, or whatever. But like seeing them come back together like that really made me happy and it reminded me of the old school feels of
Wano. Yeah. Like the only thing I'm upset about it is just like I don't know. Imagine it's like. Let's say I understand people saying that like, as time goes on, they're not feeling One Piece the same way. But I mean, this way have other series to read. I'm just saying, like, for me, I've been a One Piece fan for 8 years. So when I first got caught, it was lit. But now I'm just like, do I want to avoid spoilers? Do I actually want to read the chapter the second it comes out? And let's get to the point. I'm more excited for Kimetsu no Yaiba, Dr. Stone, Black Clover than One Piece. And it's kind of weird because I'm like, I was supposed to be a One Piece stan, and I guess life changed on me, bro.
What?
Yeah. No. Y'all changed when Whole Cake Island got to like the later half. I was like, you know what? One Piece still the GOAT, but I got this up to read now.
One Piece is always. I think
One Piece is a GOAT.
I think
like I say, it's still gonna be the GOAT because it got me into a lot of other stuff. But it's like it don't hit the same way no more, bro.
Because the main thing about it is
a lot of One Piece
binge read or watched One Piece to catch up to One Piece, and when you do that, it's a total ride.
Yeah.
But now it's like,
you like on you caught up. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like you like what do you do?
Because like some people are saying like, oh, I'm gonna take a break from One Piece, which is understandable. Like that might be better because you
wave for real.
chapters and yeah, exactly. It just run through everything. They be like, dang, that's so awesome. That's amazing. Everything that's happening right now.
That's crazy, man. Listen. This, I know this is a child-friendly website, but we all grown men. Listen, everybody, listen. I love women.
Wait, where is this going?
Listen,
hold on.
Listen, man. I love women. You can't just put a woman down and be like, you know what? I like it, so I'm gonna come back to it later. I can't.
You can't. What you mean? It's gonna call taking breaks, right?
I can't do that with one. Oh no, there's no breaks over here, bro.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna go somewhere with this. I didn't know what to feel. I was like, wait, what's about to happen?
But on all seriousness, on an all serious note though, like me personally, I can say like I was one of those people like Kenneth, like he's been trying to get me to watch One Piece for years, like since I was in middle school, and like I just recently started. I just started the series like maybe 2 years ago, but I've been hooked ever since. I've never read any type of body of work, so many type of emotions while reading it. Like it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. That's all. One Piece is better than Dragon Ball Z. I don't care what anybody says.
We know this. That's why I said it's the GOAT. I got other stuff to read.
That's
it can be what it means, bro. It's like imagine being a girl with a girl for like 5 years and you're married. You've been dating for 3 years, but married for 5 years. Once the 8th year come of that relationship, you'd be like, it still hit, but ain't no more. You remember how you first started knowing her? How she used to be, the stuff she used to say, the stuff she was about, what she about now. It's that kind of feeling. Which is like, damn, bro. Like, how did I get back to the way it was? Like, with the hype, it was lit, all that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like from a storytelling standpoint, One Piece is better than Dragon Ball. But from action, I think
One Piece is
a little closer.
Action, though.
One Piece has good action too.
It is the goat of all that. Like I would give Dragon Ball Z as the father to all these,
grandfather. We will always respect that boy, but I mean, like I said, I still stand Nico Robin at the end of the day. That's not changed, no matter what.
All right, so who's your favorite girl in One Piece? We already know Nico is Nico
I have
Robin.
more than one though. It's not just Robin. Vivi also.
Okay, go ahead then.
Vivi, let's see. I was trying to think also. Pre-time Nami, yes. The current Nami, no.
Oh man,
I feel
current Nami.
I'm the opposite, bro. I'm the opposite for that one.
I mean, the way Nami looks now, she's like some girl from my school, bro. Like she's got a whole. She came back. It looks like, whoa, what happened to you?
She's so like glamorous now. Like before, she was more like the girl next door kind of look. Now she's more like fancy looking. I don't know if that makes any sense.
She's IG model now, status. That's how she looked to me, bro. I can't unsee that now.
Man, why you guys sleeping on Boa Hancock?
She's basically Robin with like longer hair. That's how I see her. I can't unsee her as her own person, bro. I can't.
She can get all this Hancock. Boa Hancock can get all this.
Bro, listen. She's basically Robin's sister. I don't care what y'all be saying.
I never felt like
Robin with an attitude.
Yeah. But like I said, a lot of One Piece girls look like each other. Like Rebecca looks like Vivi in a way, but not really.
I like my women bougie.
Different for the day.
What about Monet though? R.I.P.
Mo about to be cooked though. Didn't y'all realize if they get rid of the Shibaki system, she cooked, bro. She's literally cooked.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably are good. But I kind of want it to happen, but I kind of don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
I know that when Wano happened, right, and they showed everybody in their disguises and stuff. At first, I didn't know that was Robin. I was like, yo, they got a new girl or whatever. I'm like, oh wow, but that ended up being Robin. Okay, Robin looked pretty nice in that outfit. And then, but this new girl, I forgot her name. Is it Okiku or the one who has the sword?
Yeah.
She looks kind of cool. Like, I don't know. There's some rumors out there that say that she may not be what she appears to be. So
exactly.
I'm gonna kind of hold off on that for a little bit.
Wow. So a lot of people. So it's crazy. Like since you guys brought her up, so like I was like watching a lot of YouTube discussions and stuff like that, and a lot of people feel like she's gonna be the next Straw Hat.
Why y'all make everybody that pop up a Straw Hat? What's wrong with you? Y'all be doing every time. Like,
fall in love with everybody
on the street. Straw Hat material, bro. Come on, bro. We need this, bro.
It
No,
would
like,
be nice to have
it's-
another swordsman on the crew, though.
Yeah, like for example, like
Well,
Carrot,
you know.
like Carrot.
I want
like,
Carrot to join. I don't care what anybody says. I need her on the
What?
crew. Bro. I need her.
Nah,
I
I
need
vote
her.
no.
yo, they need her
But I
on the
respect
crew,
your
man.
opinion.
They need her on the crew, bro. Like,
Bro, she
think
fit
about
in
it.
perfectly.
Yeah,
You need her.
Roger had a Meek on his crew, so it's only right that they.
No,
got
here's what I want Carrot. She could basically protect Nami and whoever is a weakling like Usopp. She
And
could
at
be
the
a
end
bodyguard.
Carrot is no hoe. Carrot is no hoe at all. Carrot can actually fight. Carrot is actually the strongest. She's the strongest female member on the crew.
Currently, allegedly.
Well,
you don't know for sure.
She got on there, yeah.
Oh man, listen, man. Carrot.
Y'all don't wanna talk about how Okiku is really a dude.
I mean, it's a strong possibility, but does it matter?
I mean, it does.
I don't care about traps though. Like, it's just a trap, bro. It's not. It's not
no.
serious. It's just.
I don't like
It's
traps.
an aesthetic. It's aesthetic.
I don't like traps at all. You
I
keep
don't
those
know,
type
like,
of traps away from me.
But it would be interesting, like I said, to have another swordsman on the crew because swordsmen are pretty valuable,
so
man.
we don't need any more.
Hmm.
So y'all forgot about Brook now? Wow, disrespect.
Yeah, like I feel you. I feel you on that too, though. Like I don't know if I really want them to like have. But I mean, at the end of the day, it wouldn't. Like it makes sense though because it's like I feel like Roger had people on his crew that were from Wano. So
yeah, but I'm
like,
saying, why would we need 3 swords people for?
Nah, but think about it though. If you're gonna get somebody from Wano, most likely gonna be a swordsman.
Yeah, but if we have her, what's she gonna do? Like, what's her role gonna be? Assistant, bodyguard, so Nami.
No, it would to me it would be kind of like a guide for Zoro to keep him on his path to becoming the greatest swordsman. Kind of
we
like
need someone to be
it would be
Zoro's
like
actual
Kalina
like,
again, kind of.
What's it called? Someone needs to be Zoro's like actual like a tour guide. This man getting lost everywhere. It's getting irritating for real.
He needs his beaver card. He needs everybody needs to give him a beaver
Even
card.
Kraven can't say him either, bro. Like he need like an actual katana, Which way is left? Oh, just like.
Or Google Maps.
Give that man the tom.
What makes me mad about Zoro is his direction thing. It was funny at first, but just like, why you still like get lost? Why? Why?
Like, just. But what if like I think I don't know, but I've been thinking about what if Zoro got a double fruit? Not really him, but his sword. He got a sword with a double fruit.
Ooh.
Oh, that
like a high grade sword with a double fruit. Like, what if he got that?
That would be crazy. That would be actually very wild.
Crazy.
And I never thought about something like that. Yeah, but which devil fruit would be good for it though? Oh man.
The thing is that like
Elemental one would be dope. I would love that a lot.
Something like fire, something like that, or
yeah, either it could be fire, it could be ice, something spicy, bro. Electricity, just something spicy.
I think you can create electricity with your own aura, like how what's the name does
the main stick.
Yeah, how they do electro, yeah. Yep, I can see that.
But at first, that's why it makes no sense. Like a regular person doing it, it probably could work the same way.
Remember in Marineford, that one guy, the electricity dude? I don't remember his name. He was a part of Whitebeard's crew. And even the Firefox Momonosuke's retainer. I can't remember his name right now.
Oh, Kinemon.
Yeah, Kinemon. He can use fire.
He teach Zoro that if he wanted to. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Kinemon can use fire.
Yeah, but the thing, those are the swords techniques, I think. Like, to me, those are the swordsman techniques.
Yeah, but if he had that, it'd be dope seeing Zoro cut up things that set on fire. Ooh! Imagine Lion Song Fire Edition. I would love that.
Oh, my gosh.
I'd be lit.
Shishi Sun. Man, that's... Oh, man, that's Zoro.
I want Zoro to do, like, more. Because all thing about Zoro is his personality, honestly.
Oh, no, don't worry, man. Wano, it's time for Zoro to shine,
it's like,
bro.
If you think about it, Zoro's basically a hypocrite. He's basically the kind of guy strong means everything, but he'll be like, stop being weak, though. What? How you tell us, like, remember, Chopper cried, he'd be like, stop crying, bro. You're not a man. Chopper's like 17, bro. Come on now. He's not even grown.
Think about that's why I feel like people like Zoro so much. Like, when you look at situations that he's done, like when Luffy and Usopp fought, and when, like nobody can sit here and say that when Zoro said like it had to happen like this, it had to happen like no other way. If it didn't, I would have left the crew. Like, in a way, yeah, he was being harsh, but he was being real. Like, he was being real.
He can be real, but it's like so far there's no reason for Zoro to be like the way he is. We just know he's that way.
I think that's the same thing about like people saying like, oh my god, I can't wait for Zoro versus Sanji, can't wait for Zoro versus Sanji. But if you think about it, like like we all know, like people say, quote unquote, plot armor was laid all throughout Whole Cake Island. Like if they didn't have any, like Luffy, what if Katakuri's personality was something different that Luffy couldn't grow from? Like it could have taken so many L's along the line of Whole Cake Island, and it kind of validates Sanji's leaving them because really they lucked up into it. However you want to say it, like for lack of better words, they lucked up into escaping there the way that they did.
You want me to be real with you? I feel like Katakuri actually never hated Luffy. I feel like watching the anime now and like thinking about it, I feel like if you look at
of course he didn't hate him, bro. What you mean?
Yeah, like,
he's Katakuri's not a villain. He's an antagonist.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that is true. I don't know. I feel like Katakuri was just more interested into Luffy. Like, wow.
Now he's wanting something different in his life, bro. That's all he wanted.
Yeah. I feel like Katakuri was really like the only person on Whole Cake who really realized how much of a problem Luffy and the Straw Hats really were.
I think everyone knew, but I think it's just the difference was. Remember what Brule was saying? Everybody had Katakuri as high pedestal. He's like, yo, I'm tired of this, bro. Let me be myself. And then when Luffy came around, he finally got a chance to do what he really wanted. Just actually wild out and not have to worry about, oh, how are people going to see me? What's going to happen if they know I was like this? Yada, yada. It was spicy.
That's true. That's what people like about Luffy, though. Like, he allows everyone to be themselves, and that's why he wants to be the Pirate King. He wants to be the most freest man.
Yeah, like I said, the only problem I have with Luffy as he is, I can really see him becoming Pirate King so an accident, and it's like, you got freedom for everybody. How did it happen? I was just bored, bro. I wanted an adventure. It just happened this way. That's all it was. What?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all that
That's
happened.
so crazy. Yeah, I can see that. I don't even think Luffy even really realizes the magnitude of the things that he's doing. Like, I really like you said, he's just really going about life right now, just trying to do whatever he wants to do, be the freest man in the world. And like you said, like I don't really think he realizes the impact of situations that he's in, like him meeting Riley at Salbody Archipelago. Like, how convenient was that? Like him meeting.
I want you to talk to Sabo though. Actually, remember Sabo's with the world. Sabo's with the revolutionary. So I'm like, you can be like Sabo. So how freedom work, bro? It could be a conversation about Luffy. You know, freedom means there's a price to pay. If you're free, everyone can literally do what they want, just like you. And that's kind of dangerous because that's what the Celestial Dragons had. They had like, I guess you could say like situational freedom where they could do what they want, but not everybody else. So Luffy, if you say you want to be Pirate King, you do realize what that means, right? You may be the freest man in the world, but what if people look up to you as a role model or idol? Do you really think your freedom works for everybody? Can everyone be free like you? And it could be like, well, I never thought about it like that. And Luffy have a whole little, like, you know, think about it. But the way Luffy is, he doesn't think actually. That's what I'm worried about, the ending. Because if he just ends like, I magically saved everybody, we all magically have freedom, I'd be like, Luffy, what's freedom mean to you then, bro? Because so far, all Luffy says what brings up freedom is just like, do what you want. He didn't say, oh, there's consequences for your actions. More like, just be free. That's what irritates his character.
But that's Luffy right there, though. Like,
no, I'm saying, look, bro, if you say you have an ideal for something, you have to think about what your ideal means, what it costs. He never thought about the cost.
He doesn't care because he's not like the only people that think about the cost are the protagonists. Like they think about everything. Like they have to think about everything, the repercussions and everything. Yes. But he's been stating and saying that he's not that. He only cares about himself. He only cares about his goal. Even when people say, "Thank you for saving me," he's like, "I don't care. I just felt like doing it." Yeah. But I'm saying that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I get that. I'm saying the way the Straw Hats are, I always feel like they're supposed to be the people that think for Luffy or help Luffy see things, right? Like Robin, you know, Chopper, Nami. So I'm saying if Sabo pulled up to the sea, he could have been like, hey, Luffy, you said you like freedom, right? Let me tell you what freedom really looks like. I've been with the squad for a minute. I've seen how it works in these streets. That never happened. It was just like he's just sitting here doing his own thing. Even when Zoe's like, hey, Luffy, stop playing around, bro. New world, it's different ball game. He's still the same person. That's what makes me irritated. It's like Luffy never actually changed. Even with Ace dying, he's the same person.
But that's what makes Luffy Luffy, though. Like, he won't switch up. Luffy is.
But that's kind of bad, though, bro.
He's like Naruto.
That's kind of bad, though, because that means what was the point of Ace dying if you're not going to change? Only thing changes, he's less cocky, but he's still the same person.
I mean, shonen protagonists usually don't change very much, though. I mean, in all honesty.
But emotional protagonists, look at Deku. Deku has changed. Other characters have changed in some way, or at least thought about what they want really means. Luffy never thought about what he wants and how it really affects people. That's what makes you irritated. It's like, in a way, Luffy was the character. When he changes the world, it's just a coinky dink.
I mean,
wasn't
see,
playing.
I can't even say that. I can't even say that because like if you look at it, look at how Luffy reacted to when when everybody realized when Pedro sacrificed his life,
Exactly.
everybody to escape.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Luffy was the main one that was saying like, man, listen, like we can't let Pedro's sacrifice go in vain. Don't worry, I'm gonna handle this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's like, and even with Ace's death, like Luffy took Ace's death as like, listen, I will never lose. Listen, like I have to protect my friends because I was not strong enough to protect my brother. He died. I can't never let that happen again. So like, I feel like Luffy does like in a way. I feel like he's kind of childish about things. Like
he changes. I'm saying the change is like a little drop. Like even if you're saying all that, because remember, if you really think about it, that's why Shanks lost the arm. So he's like, listen, bro, don't be reckless. That was the whole point of losing the arm. But what Luffy do? He's still reckless. Ace is like, look, Ace is supposed to be like, look, if you're too confident in your ability to think you can't get bodied, you can still get bodied. That was the whole point. But Luffy didn't learn that because if that was the case, why respond to Big Mom's provocations?
What do you think? Honestly, I feel like Shanks let the fish eat his arm to show Luffy.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not really sure, man. It's hard to say because Oda may have had a different mindset for the story back then. And so maybe since he allowed that to happen, it's easy to backtrack and say like, oh yeah, he did it. He let it do it on purpose. But then later on with Conqueror's Haki and all that kind of stuff, it's like that was never shown in the original run, only on like, the episode of East Blue, it was showing him using Conqueror's Haki. So it's kind of like Oda maybe trying to backtrack and be like, oh yeah, that's what really happened. But I wasn't really thinking like that at the time. I don't know.
No, I mean, let's say that was the case. It's kind of dumb, bro.
I don't know.
Why backtrack what you are? Yo, that's like retconning your own story then.
I mean, like, I don't know. I take it as like Shanks sacrificing his arm to Luffy was him showing Luffy like, this is what you do for your Nakama. Like, you put your life on the line for your Nakama and stuff like that.
I can see that, I guess, but I'm critical of One Piece because I love it. That's why I'm like this, bro. I ain't saying it don't make sense what happened. I'm just saying sometimes it's like if you think about what happened versus what it's trying to say, it don't really make logical sense.
I agree with both of y'all on the part of like Nico was like Shanks said, okay, this is what can happen. Like this stuff is real life and death, right? And Clint is saying that like, okay, you should do whatever you can to protect your comrades, which is what I agree with. And that I never really thought about it from Nico's point of view, where Shanks lost an arm and then Ace died, and he didn't change from that point to the second point. He only changed when Ace died. So like that whole time he should have grown from that point. But in the same breath, it depends on where you're looking at the picture, because it could be from Clinton's point of view, where it's like, okay, he didn't grow in that regard, but he grew in that I'm gonna fight for my comrades. I'm gonna fight to the death for my comrades. That could be where he grew, where he got from Ace losing his arm.
I mean, no, like okay, like look at Luffy versus Katakuri. Like Luffy was, he wasn't playing with Katakuri, but like they're just like he's just looking at him as an adversary. Like, okay, I have to beat this man. It didn't really get serious until when Katakuri's brothers and sisters were trying to attack the ship, and Luffy was like, okay, the eyes, the eyes came out. When the eyes come out, it's a problem now. Luffy's not playing no more. When those eyes come out, man, it's a problem. It is a problem.
All right, so one thing I've been thinking about, and everyone always talks about in regards to the Katakuri versus Luffy fight, is that when Katakuri stabbed himself with his trident, like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, now that we are removed from the freshness of it, and we're now in a whole nother arc, like, how do you feel about it now?
That still was dumb, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. that made me upset because here's the best way to describe it. Imagine you fighting somebody and they're better than you in every shape and form, right? And just to make sure you have a fair chance, they jump backwards and land on the concrete and be like, all right, finish me off, bro. How would you feel about? How would you honestly feel about that? You'd be like, wait a minute, hold on, for real?
And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just interpreting it. Like, I feel like Oda set Katakuri as somebody for Luffy to like. Luffy is like. I feel like Katakuri,
bro, it was anticlimactic. You cannot lie about that.
No, it was. But I feel like Katakuri realized even in himself that like, okay, you know what, like Katakuri was fighting Luffy more as of like, okay, I'm going to teach him, but I'm not really like, I'm not gonna come out and say I'm teaching him, but I'm going to teach him because like, and like the evidence I get from that is like when Brule and Katakuri were talking, and then he was like, she was like, oh, they got away, and then they just pan back to Katakuri's face and he's smiling and stuff like that, and it's even like, okay, like he's anticipating to meet Luffy again, so I look at it like in a, I don't want to say a big brother little brother situation, but like
teacher sensei type thing, like
yeah, like okay, Katakuri taught him, like he sees the potential in Luffy, so he wants to meet Luffy again in the future, and then okay, now let's fight seriously, like let's really have a serious fight between both of us now. Like yeah, I feel like yeah, at first Katakuri was trying to kill Luffy, then he realized the kind of person Luffy is, and he's like, okay, you know what? Dang, like he's really gonna be a problem, but this guy's not really a bad guy at the end of the day. Like, let me teach him. I think
he did it because he's wanted to actually better fight. I think that's why he did it, honestly, bro.
Yeah, I agree too.
It felt like also, he's like it's like I don't really mention Hunter x Hunter, but I feel like the Hisoka thing with the Gon thing in the fight. Yeah. He was like, all right, yo, let me show you some techniques real quick. You good, but let me get a good fight real quick.
Oh, I see. Well, it's possible. I mean, I think somebody was talking about the anime earlier. It definitely feels like that more so in the anime, that he was just trying to really have fun with the fight as opposed to really being like, yeah, you're not gonna hurt my mom kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna beat you up.
What did he say? He said, is the elephant gun, isn't that the correct name, right? Katakuri is too real, man. Katakuri is too real.
Yeah, he's like, did I do it the right way?
He said, is this the right name? He said, this is the correct name, right?
No, I mean, I like about Katakuri's voice, bro. Like that man, watching the anime version of it, it changed the whole fight.
Oh my goodness, yeah, bro, it did.
He caught me his first move. He was like, all right. He's like, we did the gathering. I was like, oh,
11 out of 10,
bro.
11 out of 10 for the voice actor for Katakuri. They did us justice.
Yeah, I think he's very good. Yeah,
I did us justice.
It got me lit, bro. I was really watching like, oh, because the thing is like I have a weird relationship with the One Piece anime. I like it when you have like your favorite scene animated, but other than that, I don't feel like watching it. Because like I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's how I've been feeling lately. But I've still been trying to look at it, especially with this fight coming up. But it is hard for me sometimes.
Man, yeah. I feel like these anime only fans are really getting spoiled.
I mean, they did it to themselves though. Like I understand people say, but I like anime. But here's my thing: as much as I love anime, not like reading the actual source material, knowing what you see, it's canon. It's not filler.
But sometimes, sometimes in manga, like. You can't really like the drawing is so detailed. You really cannot like. That's why I'm like for myself. Like when I watched and when I was reading Luffy fighting Katakuri, it was not the same compared to like watching.
Yeah, the anime you feel the actual struggle more. Like you can see how desperate Luffy was to get that hit in, right?
Yeah, and like even Katakuri's like I did not realize like I knew they were bigger, but like to the
you would see the actual difference because in the manga it's like you can't really tell that Katakuri is the actual giant. But yo, I was like, this man really tall, bro. Like yikes!
Like him copying Luffy's moves and like his
degree of just like mastery, bro. Woo! It was like, spicy.
It's ridiculous. Like. Man, like I said, man, it's just showing potential to what the stupidness Luffy is going to be.
So when he did like basically his own Eagle Bazooka, he did his own what's it called?
Leo.
Elephant gun.
I did his own Grizzly Magnum. That
was ridiculous. Yeah, bro. Like,
and when everyone was like, "Yo," it was like his arms. I was like, "Yes."
Oh, even the giant axe. The giant axe was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
That giant axe was crazy, bro. I was sitting at work watching the fight. I know my supervisor was just sitting there, like, just hearing me, like, man, what the hell is going on with him? Like, bruh, I was
you was messing up for that. You could have got fired.
Man, like, listen, Oda, you were worth me losing my job that day, bruh.
Yo, chill.
Nah, let me stop, man. Oda, you need any computer scientists? I got you.
Honestly, Oda is good. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, we gonna respect that man. I think Oda should be better than Tagashi because let's be real for a second. You can't tell me Oda don't love his story, bro.
Man, Oda's the kind of guy. Oda's the GOAT, man.
He probably break his whole leg and still draw his One Piece. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. He would do that.
Yeah, I could see it though. I could see it. One
He
Piece.
be like, I broke my leg, but guys, you're still in the story though. It don't matter, bro.
And I think it's really good because he also draws a story for himself. Like he's like, okay, he draws it for his a younger version of himself. He's like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I like, this is what I'm doing. So this is what I'm gonna keep doing. And that also gives him more of a purpose than just, oh, I have to do this to get money, do this for the fans, but I'm also doing this for me.
Good point.
Oda, I will always respect you. Like I said, the only problem I have with Tagashi is just like, I don't know, I hate people be out here calling Hunter x Hunter GOAT. But if you say, what about all the hiatuses? I saw the hiatus chart. How do you explain it? They be like, listen, bro, it don't matter. GOAT status. He come back, he drop heat. He leave, he come back with more heat. That's what I'm talking about, though. I knew he took a lot of breaks, but I actually saw the hiatus chart. I was like, imagine you get caught up today. Yeah, bro, I heard it go. When the next chapter dropping? Oh, 3 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. You said 6 weeks max? Yeah.
What's the problem? I'm not even if Hunter x Hunter was as consistent as One Piece, as when they like as far as coming out with material every week, it doesn't matter. Like One Piece is, in my opinion, is killing Hunter x Hunter. Like it's not even a comparison.
That's why Oda is number one in Japan. We can never forget these facts.
One thing about it, though, I gotta say, the Hunter x Hunter 2011 anime, that run is extremely good, and I'll probably say that's better than One Piece to a certain extent, at least. But
it's better than One Piece anime. But the thing I will say though, if Hunter x Hunter was the GOAT, people will claim to be like the Messiah, the Bible. They be saying every last week. All right, explain this to me. So why is he on break? Is it because he's sick? Is it because he's depressed? He's trying to think of the ending. What's good?
I mean, okay, like when people try and compare Hunter x Hunter to One Piece to me, and I go back to them and I'm like, okay, besides the Pito versus Gon situation, what moment in Hunter x Hunter is better than One Piece? Because that moment with Pito and Gon is not even better than Marineford. Let's just get that out the way. So
that's not even one of the best moments.
You said what?
So that's not even one of the best. I mean, a lot of nice things happen there. I mean, you know, there's the whole training thing, the revealing in and everything. A lot of people like the Bogan, Kurapika fight. The spiders versus anybody is usually pretty lit.
Okay, man. Let me ask this question. Name a moment in Hunter x Hunter that you think is better than One Piece. That you feel like makes that mangaka, okay, yeah, it puts it over One Piece because it had a moment like this that, yeah, I don't even think One Piece can touch. If somebody can find that reason for me, I would say Hunter x Hunter is the best.
I'm not caught up to the series because I took a break from it because I heard, because that's what happened. I started trying to watch it like last summer, right? And then I heard, yo, the manga didn't make much progress. I was like, no. I don't sleep on it, bro. And that's what I did.
Where you at in Hunter x Hunter then?
I'm on episode 44 or 45 because the thing is, like, I wanted to watch it like 3 summers ago. I started watching 1 summer ago, but then when I heard it's almost always on hiatus and heard hiatus, I was like, I can't really, co-sign like I want to. And then what I hate about the Hunter x Hunter community, every time you be like, I'm trying to start. Yo, bro, you gotta watch the 2011 version. You have to. All right. What else do you know? You get caught up. Don't get mad about the hiatuses. What? I'm just not get mad about that. Like, bro, listen, it's Tagashi. He'll be all right. Believe it. Nah.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I feel like Naruto versus One Piece is a better comparison.
I agree.
Thank you. Oh man.
But older friends, but I think they were good. They were both good series. Man. I like Naruto, but I hate Shippuden because you already know what's up, bro. I feel like Naruto and so you could have Boruto. That's how it feels to me. Which Boruto, the manga is not bad, but I don't feel like reading it though. Honestly,
yeah, I feel you on that one. Like I was reading the manga, but then like I don't know, it was kind of moving slow to me. But I'm glad we definitely brought up this topic of like Naruto versus One Piece because I had this discussion the other day.
Oh yeah,
One Piece is the greatest anime to me, but the storyline of Itachi that's probably the greatest storyline to me in anime history, anime, manga, anything shown in history. Like
wow,
I can't think of a moment. It's better than it might. I don't know. It's like
right. When that old boy finished his training, he came back and he sliced the whole boulder with one sword. I was like, lit, bro. He's a regular kid from the mountains, and he learned how to control his breathing and his techniques. Fire. Nothing can top that for me. Like Kimetsu no Yaiba is basically what I wanted out of a lot of series. The main character is logical. He understands the situation he's in, but he's still putting in work, and regardless of the odds. And when they win a fight, it's like, yo, you feel like you actually had to work for that W. It wasn't like no handouts. Because for the most part, the demons don't underestimate humans if they fight. They come in like, okay, this human could be good. I'm supposed to win, but we'll see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. All right. So what do y'all think? How many? I think everybody's watched Naruto, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what is a better? Who had the better relationship? Itachi and Sasuke or Ace and Luffy?
Ace and Luffy, hands down.
Itachi and Sasuke. Itachi and Sasuke.
I probably saying Itachi and Sasuke. It wasn't a relationship, really. It was a unfortunate circumstance, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like, I would probably say Ace and Luffy, just because you actually got to see them be friends with each other a lot more than with Itachi and Sasuke. The only time you really see that during the flashbacks, you know, like when they fought against that big snake or something like that, like a long time ago.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know.
Okay, Matt, let's answer this to me though. So, the reason why I feel like Itachi and Sasuke is better than Naruto, Itachi and Sasuke is better than Luffy and Ace. Like, everybody grew up watching Naruto thinking that, okay, like the whole purpose of Sasuke was to fight his older brother. And then we come to find out that his older brother was actually good and loved him and everything like that. And like, Itachi was the whole reason of why Sasuke wanted to, the whole
do everything he did.
Yeah, basically, even to the Itachi is still relevant to the person Sasuke is right now. Like,
I mean, you can say the same for Luffy and Ace, though.
Yeah, but like,
well, with Sasuke, it was really like, it was intense because think about it. Sasuke only became evil because he thought Itachi didn't love him, and that's the reason why he did everything he did. But then he was like, damn. So Old Boy was trying to protect me because, like, remember the situation? It was either kill his little brother or kill the whole squad. So, I mean, it was obvious what he had to do.
I mean, like, if you even look at it, like, that relationship between Sasuke and Itachi is more complex and is deeper than Luffy and Ace. Like, yeah, we know Ace and Luffy love each other. Okay, yeah, that's something that we knew. But, like, we came into this thinking that Sasuke and Itachi did not like they didn't like each other, but they did like each other when they were younger. But then the whole time Itachi actually loved his brother, and you know, it was like what? Like, I remember reading the manga for the first time and finding out, even when Obito first told us that Itachi was good, I still didn't believe it. I was like, man, get out of here, bro.
Yes,
like,
nah,
there's no way. But yeah, like, that storyline between Sasuke and Itachi is so complex. Like, I can't think of another storyline in any type of anime that's like, like give me a relationship that you guys feel like is more complex than that.
Gohan and his father.
Oh, that's like Goku and Gohan.
Actually, but I think Gohan's father actually loved his child, though. That's the difference, I will say. I don't know if Goku loves Gohan because, I mean, it don't look that way to me.
Man, I don't know. I think Goku likes food and fighting more than Gohan.
I agree. I highly agree.
I think he
Goku
definitely
does care for Gohan, though. I mean,
he loves his son, but it's like, it just seems like with Goku, it's like, if you ain't food, if you're not training, you're not really a priority.
Man,
and that's what we kind of sad.
Right. Like if Gohan was stronger.
Alpha in their house, what the heck is going on, bro?
I think Piccolo loves Gohan more than Goku.
Honestly, I would agree. I would agree.
They love him in different ways. Like, they have different ways of showing it.
Man,
Yeah, kind of like how, I mean, I know most of y'all probably haven't read or watched Boruto, but kind of like how Naruto became. He was like, oh, I didn't really have a dad.
But basically, Boruto made me upset. He was basically being edgy just to be edgy at the time.
Yeah, Boruto.
Because remember, it's like his mom literally told him, look, your father is basically trying to keep the whole world at peace. He busted work to get peace. He's still trying to keep that peace and keep you safe. But then I was always thinking, why can't Naruto just like make a shadow clone, go to work, and then the real him go home and hang out with the wife and kids? But it just seemed like for him, Naruto now is like work is over everything else, which is it's kind of funny, but it's like wow.
Yo, speaking of which, man, that shadow clone ability is just like, man, if I had that in real life, bro. Like,
right. One clone go to school, one clone can go get a job, bro. Other clone could like go sell mixtapes out the street. I mean, yes.
I just wanted to drive me around, so I'd be like, Shadow Clone, drive me. I'd be in the passenger seat doing stuff, you know.
Man, Shadow Clone, talk to the wifey for me. Shadow Clone,
Talk to the side piece for me.
Yo, chill.
No, but for real though, like Shadow Clone is really good because like Naruto could literally just sit there all day just reading
and
just
gain
learning.
information.
And then,
But remember, he's a dummy, so he wouldn't think that way.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, the potential of it.
That shit is. I mean, it is broken. It is very broken.
But if I had it, that would be the greatest thing ever. Bro, you could literally have one clone study in the library all day, right? So you could pass your test. Then you could have another clone in the studio making a whole fire video, a whole stream. And the real you could just be sleeping or watching anime. And then because you're all the same person, when they all come back, boom, all in your head, bro. That's like the ultimate hack right there.
Let me ask
you one that just sleeps all day, so you don't even have to sleep anymore.
Let me ask you guys this. What would you guys rather? What ability do you guys think is more broken? Sasuke's Rinne Sharingan or Observation Haki?
Sharingan.
Yeah.
But the only bad thing about the Sharingan is just like it messes you up towards the end.
I'll say his in general. I mean, excuse me, his specific one just because of Amaterasu. Like, that's a really big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amaterasu is a broken point.
Just hit him with that cheese, egg, potatoes, eating with tomatoes. That's it.
End of series Naruto is like him and Sasuke like super broken at the end. Like they literally become gods. Like hard for them to be touched.
To be real with you guys, I feel like honestly, like power scaling wise, man, I got them on like Naruto and Sasuke, like end of series, like even when they fought
Kagura.
No, not even Kaguya.
Momoshiki?
Yeah, Momoshiki and Kinshiki. When they fought them, they are like ridiculous, bro. They are damn near almost on like Dragon Ball. They are Dragon Ball Z level in my opinion. Like
I think Naruto, the characters are kind of past that level. I don't know. I get that feeling.
Like what level do you think they are? Namek or
like
term of power level at least.
A Bijou bomb is not destroying the whole planet. Get out of here.
The term of power level.
Yeah, maybe not back then, but now, hell yeah. What, man?
Listen, bro. But listen, though, bro. The real thing that got me upset about Naruto when it ended, it's like I get people like Naruto. They make it seem like Naruto's the Messiah, which is kind of funny because Naruto and Dragon Ball are like kind of my first series. So I don't understand how y'all be standing Naruto to this degree. Yo, Naruto was GOAT, bro. Respect it. Like,
oh no, Naruto. I mean, I see why people do. Like, I mean, if you look at it, like Naruto's what put a lot of people onto anime at least on the Western side.
Yes. Then how come I don't do that though? Like I said, those were my starter pack. So why am I not that obsessed?
Because people are different. Like people grow in different ways. Just like somebody posted a video in a Twitter group chat I was in, and I watched the video and they were saying that like what a lot of shonen people grow throughout it, and like especially for like Naruto, since it was much shorter than let's say One Piece and Dragon Ball Z, like you maintain your same personality throughout the entire show of Naruto, but with like One Piece and then like One Piece was 20 years ago. Like you a grown person. Like you were a little kid when One Piece came out. Like you have a whole different person.
I wasn't. Hey, let's see. Actually, I was like 12 when I got One Piece. That was 8 years ago.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on when you start watching it too, like your mentality at that point. Because, like for me, I didn't start watching One Piece until last year, like around like March or something. So I mean,
different then.
Yeah, I never even knew it. Like when I was younger, I didn't even know that One Piece existed. Like
I mean, no.
Dragon Ball.
What's it called? The
Naruto and stuff.
That killed me, bro. Literally and mentally. Yeah, I get that. One Piece Pirate Rap was like fired. I would stay in that to the end of time.
Yeah.
I did want to ask a question though about observation Haki. This is something I've been thinking about because it's kind of weird the way it's displayed. And I'm gonna be kind of referencing Skypiea because on Skypiea, right? That's when the mantra thing. Rayleigh said that's just what the Skypieans call observation Haki. So that's observation Haki that was being displayed.
Yeah.
So not even with NL, even though he could do it like really easily with his little henchmen people, they would be saying like when Sanji was fighting that that bald dude or whatever, he'd be like left kick, coming from this side, and then so he's like it's almost like he's seeing the future or whatever, right? So it's like, where do you draw the line as far as like seeing the future observation Haki and this regular observation Haki, or are they both the same? Because
it's levels to it, but I think with the people with Skypiea, remember, it seemed like the way Skypiea people work, they naturally were used to having a mantra their entire life or a good chunk of their life compared to someone else who has to train for it, you know? So that's like, I think, the difference, the key difference.
I think also is that like with mantra or let's say level 1 observation Haki, like you can see the moves coming. Like they can see the moves of Luffy, but with future sight, you can see everything that you can perceive, that you perceive at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like how Katakuri can see into the future, but he didn't see his little sister shoot Luffy in the knee. Like he couldn't perceive her, therefore he couldn't see it in his future. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I get what you're saying though. So I think well, yeah, I feel what you're saying. But like I said, the reason why I think it's kind of different. Remember what Relay said. Most people don't realize they have Haki. It's like a thing they have to like be constantly aware of, right? So maybe what happened a lot of times, right? It's just like think about the difference between like training with the power and always knowing a power exists. I think it's like that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like there's levels to the game, bro. Basic levels.
Yeah. I think that's the difference. Like the seeing someone's moves and seeing everything around the person.
Yeah, Katakuri is advanced if you think about it.
Yeah.
Here.
So I guess it's a lull in it, so I guess we're just gonna stop it right here. We've been going for a little bit. But thank y'all for coming out to the stream, man. Really enjoy having y'all out here. It really means a lot that y'all keep coming back. So thanks to everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
You already know, bro. Yeah, I be hot boys out here.
Alrighty, y'all, man.
All right, man.
As always, be positive and be easy, man.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Oh, we off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad, y'all. I know I may have not been that energetic. I'm just tired right now. Sorry.
Bro, it's a Saturday afternoon. I don't think anybody supposed to be lit right now.
Oh well.
I'm out of step.
Yeah, me too. All right, yo. Peace.